All right, everybody, welcome back. Another newsfeed video here for you. Don't forget, I post 1, 2, or 3 every single day for you. And here we go. Ford recalls 2025 Super Duty Power Stroke diesel trucks over a fire risk. This one's kind of a big deal, but again, kind of like the Toyota one, which you guys will see or have already seen. A Toyota recall one, I just published. I made it like 8 minutes ago, but this is one of those recalls that I'm okay with. We are all right with this recall. As long as Ford fixes it the right way and actually does it right, rather than how they fix injectors that fail, where they just, basically put a hose so that all the leaky fuel runs out on the road. If they fix it right, which Ford has not got a real good history of fixing things right lately. But this recall for the Super Duty, and it's not all Super Duties, it's the Power Stroke models. Okay, if you got the Power Stroke diesel, this is for you. Ford Motor Company is recalling a small number of 2025 model year F-250s and 350s equipped with the 6.7 Power Stroke V8 turbo diesel. It does not say whether it's the the high output or not. It also, as it happens, the fuel return line connectors may crack, a condition that increases the risks of fire. It says the suspected fuel return line assemblies were potentially damaged by the supplier during a tooling fixture changeover. During said changeover, those hose insertion fixtures were misaligned, therefore resulting in radial movement and force on the suspected connectors. Could be weak. Whereas, it says right here, it says the part number recall for the fuel line assembly, whereas the suspected Ford 250 350 diesel trucks were produced on one day, March 23rd, 2025. Ford sadly failed to specify the cab style of the said trucks, which makes it it's impossible to determine whether they were assembled at the Kentucky plant or the Ohio plant, because we don't know which trim it is. It says right here, dealers are to replace the subject fuel return line assemblies in full at no charge to affected owners and lessees. Customer notification letters will be mailed in a period from May 19th through May 23rd. Excuse me. Now let's look at when this article was. This article was published 2 days ago. Today's the 20th. Technically, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning, so on the 20th. But 2 days ago, this article was published. And they're already saying by now, you could already have letters in the mail. That is super quick. That is super, super quick for this recall to get that done. That is very impressive. Customers may run 17-inch character VIN number on Ford's website to determine if their Super Duty trucks are included in this recall, which is dubbed 25V-306 by NHTSA. Okay, so you can go there and look, and probably can right now, so as you're seeing this. And again, that is impressive. We're just hearing about this 2 days ago is when we're hearing about it. Already you can go on there and check your VIN number. If I pop you back over, because like I said, 8 minutes ago I recorded this one, Toyota's recall on here on this is going on, and it says right here, Toyota will notify its owners by mid-July. Okay, by mid-July. We're in mid-May. Ford, that one, I got to give them huge props to this right here for at least getting on this one right away, making it happen here. They're just going over more details of the motors, nothing related to the recall. But that's pretty cool that Ford is moving so fast on it, and it looks like it's a legit fix. They're going to replace the fuel lines. That's fantastic. Get this done and do it right. A good step in the right direction for Ford, coming from a pretty shady recall history here lately. So we like that factor of it. And then this one, the big one. Nissan pays $5,000 to CVT owners while lawyers pocket $3.5 million. Some customers might be eligible to receive a $1,500 voucher towards the new purchase of a new Nissan or Infiniti. Woohoo! Okay. But there's a bigger takeaway from this. But you can see, again, 2 days ago. That's when we found out about this, 2 days ago. So what's going on here? The plaintiffs originally sought full replacement of all defective automatic transmissions. Okay, Nissan will reimburse customers for qualifying repairs made outside of the warranty period. A fairness hearing has been scheduled for July 18th before the settlement is approved, but as of right now, class action lawsuits against Nissan claim defective CVTs in certain models has reached a settlement after more than 2 years of legal back and forth. If you are part of the class, there's a chance you might get some cash back out-of-pocket transmission repairs. Meanwhile, the 4 plaintiffs involved will walk away with a modest $5,000 each total. So Nissan's giving these 4 plaintiffs $20,000 for 2 years of back and forth in legal battles. The 4 people that sued them are getting 20 grand. but there's a big drop in the ocean compared to the $3.5 million payday the attorneys will be celebrating with. So much to think about with that one. We'll come back to it. The lawsuit revolves around the CVTs used in a 2015 to 2018 Nissan Murano and a 2016 to 2018 Maxima models. 4 plaintiffs initially pushed for a full recall of all defective transmission. Unsurprisingly, that did not happen. Instead of issuing a recall, Nissan has agreed to extend the warranty for the transmission assemblies and automatic transmission control units to 84 months or 84,000 miles, whichever comes first. Do you see the age of these? Okay, we got 10-year-old Muranos and 8-year-old Maximas, and they're going to say that they're going to extend it out to 84 months. And 84 months or 84,000 miles. Do the math on that. See how well that works. That might sound surprising, but as Car Complaint points out, most of the affected vehicles, this extended warranty is already expired, obviously. For those who have already paid for repairs, there's a silver lining as Nissan has agreed to reimburse costs of the transmission or automatic transmission control unit repairs that were done between the expiration of the original powertrain warranty and a new extended coverage period. So in other words, you still have, if you paid for out-of-pocket repairs, but you're less than 84 months or less than 84,000 miles, you might get a little money back. If you're outside of that, you get nothing. If the work was performed at a Nissan dealership, full repair cost will be covered. However, if you had the work done elsewhere, the reimbursement will be capped at $5,000. I'm sure there's some proof that's got to be involved in there and receipts and things like that from years ago and all the stuff you got to dig up to deal with it. Now, the vouchers and payouts. Nissan will also, this is funny. Nissan will also offer a $1,500 voucher that can be used for the purchase or lease of a new Nissan or Infiniti model. However, not everybody gets this golden ticket. This voucher is available to those who've had 2 or more transmissions replaced or repaired during ownership. And if you are eligible for both the voucher and a repair reimbursement, you have to choose one. Double dipping is off the table. Oh my God. But then again, 4 plaintiffs, they got $5,000 each, and the real winners are the attorneys who take home $3.5 million. You have till July 3rd to submit a claim for reimbursement. If you are unhappy with this settlement, you can object to it before the fairness hearing on July 18th. We will see what happens then and how it goes, but what a joke all this is. I'm not even going to dive into it too deep or get too crazy. I will say the fact that we knew this would happen right here. We knew, I mean, you think about this. Now, it's still good in the fact that it is, you know, even though these 4 plaintiffs only walked away with $5,000 each, they did get Nissan to have to pay a fine. Okay, we'll call it a fine of $3.5 million for this problem. That is a drop in a hat. That's like the cost of an ice cream cone to us, okay? Drop in a hat. No big deal whatsoever. I mean, they pay more for that and probably more for that in a water bill for their urinals in a day than what it cost for what's going on here. So let the reality of this sink in. But the real winners, definitely the attorneys, $3.5 million. But they did have to fight for 2 years. 2 years legal back and forth. So the 3.5 might seem pretty insane, and the $5,000 might seem pretty insane, but remember here, more than 2-year legal battle on this. So that's where that 3.5 million payday for them comes in on there. It's they worked their butts off for it. But pretty sad on how Nissan handled this whole entire thing on this. I love Nissan. You guys know I'm a huge Nissan fan, but pretty disappointing on how this whole 10 years ago CVT issue was kind of swept under the rug like it has been. But anyway, questions or comments on this or on the Ford recall or anything you got, put them down below. Thanks for watching.